Hello friends, good morning everyone, and welcome to our live. This is Dipankar joining you live. Friends, today I have come live just to highlight some of the issues of the Sazar Tinsotes teachers. Since a few days, the issue of the Sazar Tinsotes teachers is slowly, taking the attention of the general public in our society, as well as it has taken a very high attention of the opposition leaders. Like you all must have seen our leader of opposition, Sir Animesh Debarma, have highlighted many effective good points in yesterday's through his press briefing. And even like 3-4 days back, many of our teachers have participated in a program called by the Sazar Tinsotes teachers in the Education Director Agartala for submitting their representation because recently the High Court on 3rd of May there was a judgment that was passed that where the termination letter of 31st March 2020 and 2017 had been accordingly set aside. So it was just because of that so many of our colleagues from every corner of our state have participated in the said program. And today, after many years of protests, the Sazar Tinsotes teachers have again proved themselves that the job has not been lost yet. So so that is the reason why every Sazar Tinsotes teachers are very much curious to know what is the government going to do in the coming days, because since 2014 all these teachers had been protesting restlessly and with so much of problems that every person are having. And even then, in spite of many issues, we could see huge number of teachers have participated in different sort of program that were called by different organization that the Sazar Tinsotes teachers are having. And by today, we are already in 2023. Since 2014, we had been protesting. And in this long year of protests, the Sazar Tinsotes teachers have gradually come to know through legal matters that these victim teachers have not lost their jobs. See, if we talk of the judgment, yesterday Sir Animesh have clearly highlighted the issue of 127 para of the High Court judgment, 2014 High Court judgment. See, in the judgment in 127, it has been clearly stated and that the appointments already made need not be disturbed. The appointments already made need not be disturbed unless the said appointment is challenged on the ground that policy is illegal. Only if the policy is illegal, unless the said appointment is challenged on the policy is illegal. So, in 127, it has clearly stated that only if a person is challenged on the policy that it is illegal, only that particular teacher job has to be affected. But in 2017, it is on 23rd of December 2017, I guess, the order copy was issued by Education Director, and the memo that was annexure memo where the common termination letter was issued to all the Sazar Tinsotes teachers by giving this annexure order. But whereas there was no good direction in 2014 judgment, there was no good direction to terminate the entire teacher. But it was during the time of the CPIM government and during the time of the UK Chakma, who was the former director. He had issued on 23rd of December 2017, they had issued by the annexure order, and had terminated the entire lot of teachers. And they had they had turned all these teachers into ad hoc. From 1st January 2018, all these innocent teachers were turned into ad hoc without no guilty. And even several times we had even spoke to the former director UK Chakma. He had clearly stated that it was not his decision. The annexer order that was prepared and that was that by which all the Associate Institute teachers were terminated by the order that was passed on 23rd of December 2017. It was the cabinet decision. It was not his decision. He had made very clear in his statement when we have, in different deputation, when we had talked to him face to face, he had clearly stated that it was the cabinet decision. So why is the cabinet to decide such things when there was no direction in the court judgment in 2014 court judgment? There was no direction to terminate entire teachers. See, due to this misimplementation of the verdict at different times, the Associate Institute teachers are not finding a solution till today. We have already reached in 2023, since 2014, every teachers are struggling to find their permanent solution, and till today we have reached 155 death toll, but till today we are not having a permanent solution in spite having many legal in spite of having many proof. We have proved several times that thus as teachers jobs were never lost. See, like I was talking about 127 in the High Court, about the High Court para and about the annexer order that was issued. By the in 2017. That was a forceful order, I should say, because at that time when the order was prepared in such a manner that once you accept the order copy of the ad hoc appointment, then automatically you are also being terminated from your previous job. So that was systematically made by the department through the cabinet decision. Till now, the Associate Institute teachers have not received any individual termination letter. Can you imagine? Without any individual termination letter, the Associate Institute teachers are dying. 155 death toll have already have taken place. Without any termination letter, the Associate Institute teachers, this big figure had been terminated from the education system, whereas there was no guilty in these innocent teachers. See, after that, after 127 para, we had again come up with an issue of RTI. So many thousand teachers, I should say around 90% of the affected teachers have filed an RTI in the Supreme Court, and they have also got reply, the positive reply, that they were never covered under the judgment. They were never covered under the judgment of this Tanmoinat versus State of Tripura. So, when a person is not covered in the judgment, how come his or her job should be, should come under the danger or should be terminated? When a person is not made a party, it cannot happen. See, suppose like, for instance, if I give an example, suppose if you are traveling with a flight from Agartala to Delhi, if you are traveling on a flight, suddenly on the midway, if the flight bursts and if all the passengers dies, but when you are at home, can people say that Dipankar Debarma have died in a midway inside the flight when the flight got burst? Absolutely not, because I was not in the flight. I was sitting at home. So same as that, when I am not made a party in the judgment, how come my job has to be terminated? I was never challenged. I was never challenged on the policy. I was never challenged on the selection. Neither selection, neither policy. Then how come my job has to be terminated? This is the biggest question to the Education Department, Government of Tripura. And like me, there are thousands of teachers, dozens of institute teachers, who are having the same question to Education Department. And now we have the new director, Madam Chandini Chandran. She's very silent in this issue. We have also even, spoken several times regarding this issue. But she is not answerable to our questions. She often say that approach the cabinet ministers, approach the chief secretary. Then why is the director sitting in the director office? If we don't talk to her, if we can't explain our sorrow, our pain to her, why is the director sitting in the department? Because it is the director, it is by the signature of the director of education department, every 10,300 teachers have lost their jobs. When our job has been lost by the signature of the UK Chakma, the former director, why is the director not answerable to our question? We have come up several times with our legal issues that were misimplemented by the director office. See, like RTI, after RTI again we have come up before 2023 election, the government, the BJP government have come up with an initiative to form an advisory committee. Before advisory committee, inquiry commission report was also formed in the 2018 election. Inquiry commission was also formed, but it was so unfortunate that the commission report was not published and not brought to public domain. And after that, after 5 years passed, again just before the election of 2023, advisory committee report was formed. Until by today, it's more than around 3-4 months. Till today, the BJP government, Honorable CM, is silent over this issue. Whereas every 10,300 teachers are, dying day by day with lots of depression having in their mind. And obviously the family members are worstly affected in this sense. So see, in like this, every 10,300 teachers families are finding difficulty. We are in extreme depression. See, as per the advisory committee report, the report was very much positive, and even Sir Abipal have spoken in the press meet, and even another two members of the committee have also spoken in the press meet. They have made their statement very clear that 10,300 teachers were not supposed to be terminated. But even after the press meet, even after this news was brought to public domain, BJP IPFT government is still silent over the issue. It was the government of Tripura who had formed the advisory committee report to safeguard the livelihood of 10,300 teachers. Then now why are they silent? Why is the department silent over the issue when they have thought to solve the issue of 10,300 teachers? Why are they not publishing, or why are they mute in this advisory committee report? It is very surprising, the political leaders, the BJP government often talk that Tripura is developing rapidly. In every sector in Tripura, we can see from many social media and from many electronic media that Tripura is developing rapidly. But I don't think so unless the government come up with a solution of 10,300 teachers. I should say that Tripura will not fully develop. We develop, but what about our society? Are we developing? See, 10,300 teachers issue plays a very big role in the society. We are indirectly when we was in service, and in case if we are in service again, through us, societies are also very much developing. See, all the expenditures, what we earn and all the expenditures, this goes to the market. And even the unemployed youths, the business sector, they are also getting the benefit of our income. But right now, the opportunities, the job opportunities are also gradually decreasing. And at this age, like me, there are many more teachers. Around 70% of the teachers, of 10,300 teachers, have already crossed 50 years. So at this age, at the age of 50, can you expect any teachers to find a new job, to establish their family, to run their family, or find a new government job? Can you expect, as a person, can you expect a person who is 50, can you expect him to do some government service once again? See, the world is very competitive. You cannot compare a person who is 50 and who has just passed out from the college. You cannot compare these things. So yeah, I was talking about advisory committee. So after advisory committee report, again on the 3rd of May, last month, on the 3rd of May, again another verdict was passed where Pradeep Debbarma was the petitioner, and state was the respondent. Pradeep Debbarma versus state of Tripura. And in the said verdict on 3rd of May, where it was passed, in the said verdict, again there was a positive point where they have set aside the common termination letter of 31st March 2020. See, for many years, for many months, even for many years, couple of years, I guess, or maybe more than that, we had been, since 2020, we had been raising our voice to government of Tripura Education Department that the termination letter that was issued to 10,300 teachers was very illegal. We had termed as illegal termination letter because it had never followed the common termination guideline. It had never followed the service guideline or termination guideline. It have never followed because, see, among 462, 4 teachers are already working as a teacher in the 2012 Science 80. They are already working as a Science 80 in 2012. But whereas the remaining out of 462, they have never got their any sort of paper from the department that their job is under challenge. But if we talk of the 4 teachers who come under 462 numbers, who are made party in terminated versus state of Tripura, they have got the copy from the department that their job is under danger, and even they got a chance to approach the High Court. That we call it as a prior intimation from the department. But like that sort of order was never issued to every 10,300 teachers, and every 10,300 teachers were terminated by just issuing a common termination letter, which is very much shocking. And I hope it will be that was the first and that will be the last common termination letter in the state. People have never seen that any department terminating an employee where in the termination letter there lies no name, no designation, nothing sort of that. I got a termination letter from my school, but when I have just opened and when I was just going through the common termination letter, I have not found out my name. Nothing was written. It was just a matter of Supreme Court and High Court of 2014. Just this matter was written, and accordingly they have terminated us. But surprisingly, there was no name mentioned, and there was no direction in Tripura High Court as well as in the Supreme Court. There was no direction to terminate the entire lot of teachers, and that was what yesterday Sir Animesh had made it very crystal clear in about 127 para, where only the affected, only the teachers who is challenged on the policy that it is illegal, their job has to be terminated. But this termination, the court verdict was totally misimplemented in 2017 and as well as in 2020 common termination letter. So from this live, I just would like to appeal to the Honorable CM, the most energetic and most energetic of the present day leader, Honorable CM Dr. Manik Shah. On behalf of every 10,300 teachers, I would humbly appeal to your good governance to kindly issue us a corrigendum order, because as the termination letter has been set aside by the Tripura High Court on 3rd of May. That means till today, every 10,300 teachers are still in service. as the termination letter has been set aside. So it is my humble appeal to Honorable CM Dr. Manik Saha and all the cabinet ministers of BJP IPFT government to kindly issue us a corrigendum order and send us back to school. And I hope so. If such decision will be taken, it will be the historic decision by your good governance, and every 10,330 teachers will be extremely happy by the present BJP IPFT government. So my message to every my colleague, every 10,330 teachers, never lost your hope. We just need to push ourselves a bit more to reach our goal. We are struggling, but we have to struggle a bit more so that in order to reach our goal. I should say we are very close to our victory, as you know, so many legal points have been like, we have so many legal points. We have High Court 127. We have RTI. RTI has proved that we are not made a party. Advisory committee was formed by the BJP IPFT government. Again, on the 3rd of May, the High Court have set aside the common termination letter. So these are, you know, so many legal points are there where we should say that 10,330 teachers have never lost their job. And I'm extremely hopeful and very much positive that BJP IPFT government will solve this issue in no time. And I would also appeal to all the general common people of Tripura, every citizens of Tripura, all the intelligent people of Tripura to kindly support us, seeing our legal points, because the 10,330 teachers were not supposed to lose their jobs, and every person in Tripura is, I would say, through one way or the other, or among brothers or sisters or among relatives, someone somehow may be connected to our issue, because this big figure, we have this 10,330 figure in every corner of Tripura. So I would also appeal to the common people of Tripura to kindly support us, help us, and morally help us and support us, so that our issue, the issue of the 10,330 teachers, get solved in no time. And all my dear friends, all those who have joined live, thank you for watching my live, and do share, like, so that you know, we get more coverage and attention from the general public. So thank you once again, and my humble appeal to Honorable CM to kindly implement the advisory committee report as soon as possible and solve the issue and send us back to school in no time. Thank you so much. Till then, bye bye.